Hey guys, this is Naresh. So in the last two videos, we have seen how to set up our APM on the computer and its related software. And in the second video, we have seen that how to set the capability of APM so that we can start the APM from our code. Okay, so these are the capabilities. I hope that you have noted it down in the last session. And if you have not, you can please go ahead and take the screenshot of this. Okay, so before we go ahead, please go through the two videos which I have posted already, which can help you to move further. Okay, and yesterday we have also seen that we are trying to find an element and then we are typing something there. Correct. So in this video, we will see what are the different strategies through which we can find locators on APM. All right. So what I have done right now, I have just turned on my APM server. So you know how to do it from the yesterday's video. And I have also turned on my Visor. Visor is a software which I have installed from Chrome. So that's a Chrome extension. And through this, I can, extend my mobile. So whatever I do on my mobile, I would be able to see on my screen. So that is always better because, then you don't have to look into your mobile because we are in a habit to look into the screen. So it's always better that you have some software which can extend your phone. I like Visor. I have used Visor while working on the project, so I am using it right now here also. Okay, and beside this, I have also, like opened the UI Automator. So if you don't know how to UI Automator can be open, you can just let me just close this visor also. Okay, and let me turn off this also first. All right. So what you have to do whenever you install the APM and the required software and you want to start APM, just click on Start Server, nothing else. Okay. After that, you just have to minimize it. And then for Visor, if you have installed the Visor already, as I instructed you in my first video, just click on that and it will open up Visor for you. And you can just click on View and it will show you the phone which is connected to your computer. Okay. So, all right, so maybe it's giving some error that it's giving the ad in 4 seconds because this is a free software, and sometime it show you the ad when we are doing something manually on Visor, but when we are running the code, it does not create any problem to us. Okay, so see, this has been opened now, and now beside this, what we can do, we can just open command prompt from here maybe, and we just need to type UI automator viewer.bat UI automator viewer.bat, and this will open the UI automator viewer. Okay, in case if you have not set the path which I have shown you earlier, then you get a problem. Okay, so just make it sure your paths are correct. So if you know, in our first video we have set the path, right? So we just have to see that if in case it is not opening up automatically UI automator viewer, if you type here in command prompt, then you just need to make sure your paths are correct. Okay, so for paths you have to do right click, properties, and advanced system settings. Okay, environmental variable, and here is the path I have given here. Okay, so either you can give Android home first and then give this path, or you can just give this path directly. Okay, because all these tools which you're working upon, for example this UI automator viewer, it's inside this platform tool. So I've just given path till that. If you see, you can just see into that. So I have C drive and my Android Studio is saved here. In that there is an SDK, then there's the tools, and there's a bin, and then the UI automator viewer. Okay, so if you see in my computer, I have given the path till this. C Android SDK tools and bin. Okay, tools and bin. And that's the reason I'm able to open the UI automator viewer.bat from the command prompt directly. So make it sure your path is correct if you want to open them. Otherwise, you can always go to the folder and click on that file. Okay, so let me just okay. So what is a where is a visor? Okay, so if I I click on this. Okay, so whatever is present on the screen will come here in this UI automator viewer. Okay, but I don't want that. What I want, okay, what I want that I go to apps, Okay, and I have to click on this one, this Cell Android test app. Okay, if you want to know the app information, for example, the package name and other things which I have shown you yesterday, you can just click on this app info. Sorry. Okay, you can click in this app info where you can get the information. All right. So you can just look into my previous video for that. For now, we have to click on this one. Okay. So now we have to just go ahead and we have to take a screenshot of that. So we can just click on this. All right, so we have like seen the screenshot. We like this is the screenshot of my application which I want to work upon. Okay. Now what I have to do, I have to just go ahead and see that which element I need to work upon. So yesterday we have clicked on this one and we have seen the ID, right? So this is the ID, resource ID, which I have given. If you see in my code, this is the resource ID which I have given. So this is not only the way through which I can I can work on this locator. If you want, I can remove this complete path and I can just give my text field, then also it will work. So I have already mentioned in one of my blog page, and I will share this page in this description section. So this is the one which we have tried, right? So I have just tried all these things right now. So I've just created a blog for that. So it's just examples, nothing much has been described. Okay. So in this, if we look into this, so let's take this. Okay, then I will also explain you what it is. Oops, wait, copy, paste. Okay, so what we are doing right now, because earlier we were seeing, find element by.id. Okay, let me just show you. Wait. Okay, so what we have tried earlier, it was this one. All right, and through this, it was able to find my ID. But we don't have to specifically given dot find like find element and then by dot id, because in apm there are some more locators which apm provide us. Okay, so I will comment this out and here I will copy the second one. All right, and here. All right, and we will try to do the same thing, and here if you see there is directly I can give find element by id. I don't have to give by id here, and I can give the same thing here. And if I want to just run it, so let me just open my visor and okay, let me run from here. Okay, so let's see. So today video will mainly focus on the locators. Okay, and from next video we will see more things about apm. All right, okay, so it's trying to open, not open yet. Okay, so app is open now. It has opened the keyboard for the mobile and it's typing it. Okay, so this locator is also working fine. Let me comment this now. Okay, we will just comment all the locators which we have done. Okay, now let's go to that block pick again, and now I can try this. Okay, so I'm not changing anything. See, this is something which we have already discussed, right? So just please see my previous video. We are still using this ID, this resource ID. Okay, now instead of giving this complete resource ID, I can give this my text field, and my resource ID will be called with ID. So I'm directly calling my text field here. So let me run this also now. Okay, let me open Visor. Okay, all right, let's see. Okay, open the keyboard and you can type in. Okay, so I'm just explaining the different ways through which we can do the same thing. Okay, now we can also do it with the class name. So simple, we can just go here and let me just comment our this one. Okay, So let me just put a number also here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have tried 3 till now. And now this is the class name. So we have one more locator, which is find element by class name. And under that, I can give the class name. So if you look here, for the same text, it's given class name android.widget.edit text. Okay, so I have given the same here, android.widget.edit text. All right, so maybe you can just copy it from here. Okay, and just put it here. All right, and then you can do send key. So let's try this now. Oops, 1 second. Okay, now, sorry. All right, let's see on Wiser. Okay, it's open. Open the keyboard and just type the send keys. All right, so as you've seen that not only with the ID, we can do it with the class name. And in the class name, you have to give the complete class name. You cannot give just, a simple text here like edit text. You have to give a complete class name, which is showing you on UI Automator. And one more thing, guys, please make it sure that all the elements which you are, working upon should be visible on the UI Automator. There can be a situation when you're working on a project. I have faced it sometime that something, my UI automator is not able to identify, and that creates a pain. Because if my UI automator is not able to identify, there are 99% of the chances my APM will not be able to identify those elements. Okay, so in that case, then we have some different strategy which we follow, but in that case, we cannot, just rely on this UI automator. Okay, all right, no problem. So we can go ahead with more now. We have already tried with the class name, so let's try with the list. Okay, see what happened that if you see this class name, okay, android.widget.edit text, if you see there are two text box here. Okay, see if you see here, if I show you, just try to understand that the way we have understand the Selenium page, we have to understand this also, so that we can work out in a better way. Okay, see, understand this. This is a frame layout at the very top. Okay, and if you open the frame layout, they are one linear layout. If you open the linear layout, there is one frame layout here at the index 0, and then there is frame layout at index 1. Okay, if you open this one, in this linear layout, there are many other things given at index 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, see, this is the structure of our application, and this structure has been created by the developers. Okay, so they can change the structure also. That is possible, just like in Selenium, the developers can change the structure. So we have to make it sure any locators which we are taking is the best ones. Okay, now if you see here, there is one edit text here and one edit text here. Okay, and if I click on this edit text, you will see what it says, android.widget.edit text, its class. Okay, if I click on the seventh one, it again give me the same class. So that's mean if I am calling this class, I should get two elements. Okay, so at number 3, this is the one, the box. At number 7, this is the box. Okay, so whenever we just type on this box, the application get restarted. So this is how this demo application has been created. Okay, so we have to make it sure, we are typing on this one. So what you can do, example, when you have done driver.find element by class name, by default it take the first one, just like the Selenium. By default it take the first one if you say find element. But if you say find elements, it take two elements for you. And then it is up to you on which element you want to click. Let's say I want to click on the second element. Okay, and I only have the option for class. I don't have anything else. So what I need to do, I have to just search it by find elements. And once I get two elements, then I can switch to the element which I want. Let me just show you. So this is what I have written. Let me just copy that. Okay, and let me close this. Okay. See what is here. I have written driver.find elements. Can you see S? Okay, driver.findElements, and under that I have given by.classname. I can even give, find elements by class name, but like find elements is a common like a locator strategy which we follow, and under that you can give by.classname, and we have given the same class name which we're using before. So by default it will give me two elements, and those two elements I can store in any variable like a my list. So if you know that for any elements, if I have to store, I have to give its type. Okay, so I have given the type as web element, and that is a list type. Okay, so this is the way we do it. Even if you remove this one, okay, for example, if you don't know what to do, just you can give any name here, do a control S, and it will show you an error here. And if you move your mouse pointer, it say create local variable. Just click on that. Okay, it will create the local variable for you. All right. And always make sure that in Java, let's see what is the error. List is raw type, okay, and reference to be generic type. Okay, see any like if you read the Java, you will know that Java is a strict type language. So we have to provide what kind of type of that a variable is. So this is a list, but this is list is not a type. Like list is a kind of a variable. Okay, so for this list, we have to make it sure that is it a string, is it int, or is it some kind of a web element. So we know this is a web element. So we have to give here web element as its type. Okay. Wait. All right. So I have given web element. So I've received two elements. Now what I can do my list dot get, and then I can give an index. Okay. So this will type it. Okay, it will type it. So what we are doing right now, let me just show you in Visor. Okay, so let me just open this. Okay, what we are trying to do, we are trying to type here first. Okay, once we are done here, then we are trying to type here. Okay, so what happened? Let me just show you. See, if I type something here, like anything which I have typed here, okay, you will see the keyboard has been up here. You have to make sure that whenever you're working on appium, and if you want to work on some of the locator or some of the element, and that element is hidden by the keyboard, that your appium script will not work till the time you don't hide the keyboard. So you have to hide the keyboard so that you can work on the element which is hidden behind this. Okay, so for that, what we can do once we have typed on the first element, like mylist.get 0.send keys Naresh, after that, we can call driver.hideKeyboard. Yes, so this is a kind of a new method which you can say, which has been provided by appium. Okay, so if we have to give driver.hideKeyboard, and this will hide this keyboard for us. Okay, all right. And once this keyboard is hidden, then we can, give again mylist.get1.send keys close. Okay, let me just try to. Okay. Okay, so if you type here, it will, like hide your key, like show the keyboard. Let me just, uh, oh, I did something wrong here. Wait, okay, it's not allowing me to. Okay, let me press the back button here. Okay, so the keyboard is hidden now. So once you type something here, you have to hide the keyboard and you have to type here. Okay, so as soon as you type, it will restart the app because this is how that box is, created. So as soon as you type here, it will restart that. So what I want that I want to type on the first one, then I want to hide the keyboard, and then I want to type in the second one. So that's the reason I've given mylist.get1.send keys close, and this will close the app. Okay, so let me try to run this. Okay, let me open the visor. Okay. Mm, okay, it has opened up and it will try to type something here. It will hide it and try to type on the second box. And as soon as it will type, it should close the app. Okay, so this is the way we can handle list of the elements in appium. All right, let me just comment this also now. and let me give it number 5. Okay, you know how to comment it, multiple comments. So maybe I have, told you in the earlier videos. So you have to just, select it and then Control Shift, and you have to just press the forward slash on your computer and it will comment it out for you. Oh, wait, let me just comment it again. Okay, Control Shift forward slash. All right. So this has been commented now, and now let's see the another one. Okay, accessibility ID. So this is also a good one. So now if you see here, let me close this. Okay. So if you see here, uh, this content description, can you see this? Okay. So like if I click on this one, it gives me the complete path. It's the third number. Okay. And here it also gives me that for this third number, this one, when I click on this box, is select this third number, third index. If you see here, its content description is my underscore text underscore field cd. So what is this? So this is something which I can achieve through accessibility ID. Okay, because see, it might possible, in your like in your Android app, there can be an ID, there can be a name, there can be a class, anything can be there. So you have to use a unique one. So this is also the way I can use accessibility ID if I want to use a content description. Okay, and then you can, give the accessibility ID, which is written here. Instead of content description, you have to use the accessibility ID. All right, and you can just copy from here, give it here inside this, and just you can do it. All right. So see guys, always make sure that when you're working, resource ID is the best one. Okay. Resource ID is the best locator for you because it is always unique. Let's say in case you don't have the resource ID, the first thing would be that you have to ask your developer that this particular resource does not have any ID. Are they able to provide ID? If they say yes, then please get the ID from them. If they say no, it is not possible, or it is not, we don't have time right now, and it cannot be done right away, like a month or so, and then in that case you have to look for some other locators. Okay, but first thing, either it is web, appium, or something else, always look for ID. If it is not there, ask your developer that you need the ID. If they don't give you, then only switch to the another locators. Okay. All right, so this is my accessibility ID. Now let's run this also. Okay, okay, I have opened the visor. All right, it should be running. Let's see. Okay, it's running. So in case if some ad comes up, just close it out. Okay, see, from accessibility ID is also working. Okay, so these are the different ways through which it can work for you. All right, so let me comment this out also. And now try something else. All right, so if you see here, okay, I can give here also. See, this is the same thing which we have tried earlier. All right, this one. Okay. Find by class name, like the one we have done earlier by class name. This is also one of the class name, which is image button. Okay. So if you click on this, okay, so this is android.widget.image button. So this is one button. If you go to this is also, android.widget.image button. So if we do like this, find element by class name, so it will click on the first one by default because I am not given any elements here like before. Okay, I'm not putting any logic like this. I am just trying to click on the first one. So even if it is returning 2, but because we have tried find element by class name, by default it will just take the first element. Okay, so it will click on this one. So let's run this also. Right, so let me open this. Okay, and if you want to see the logs, let me just put it here. Yeah, so it's running. See, it has clicked on the first link. Okay, all right. Let me just comment this out also now. 5. 6. Okay, no, this was 6th and this is 7th, right? Okay, all right. Now next one, let's see. All right. Now the another interesting thing is we can also use XPath and CSS Selector like we do in Selenium. Okay, so if you want to use a XPath, so let me just put that. So this is the strategy for XPath. You can either do find element and then you do by.xpath, or you can directly give XPath. Okay, and here you can give the XPath of of your widget. So what XPath I am giving here in XPath, I am directly giving my class name. Okay, so if I go here, sorry, this one. Okay, so if I go on this number 3, okay, so here class name is given android.widget.edit text, and if I see this, my IDE, it's android.widget.edit text. So I am directly giving the class path here, okay, as my X path. Okay, so I have given this class path as my X path, and then I can do a send key. So this will also work for you. Okay, you don't have to specifically mention that this is your class. If you give this double slash, and it can directly take your class path, which you can give as your X path. Okay, so different X paths which you can try. You can just try to explore these more. But normally in all the application, I have seen that either we have the ID, we have the accessibility ID, or we have the descriptions given. We don't have to even use the XPath, but it is always better that you should know what the XPath is. Let me just show you what it is. Time. Okay. See, it has also typed this. All right. It is always better that you know the XPath, because I have seen like in if I say in 10, 2 to 3 times components doesn't have the ID or name or unique description. So XPath is the only thing which is left for us, through which we can do this. So there are many more XPaths which we can see. All right, so let me just open this. So this was the simplest one. Okay, so here is one more XPath. So let's see this one. Okay, so here if you see, it says driver.final with XPath, and then it has given a class name. Okay, android.widget.edit text. Okay, see what happened that this class name, okay, this is not unique as I told you before. Okay, so by default it has find the first one, but this is still not unique because there are two class name with this. One is this one is this one. Okay, so what we can do here, we can give this XPath android.widget.edit text, and under that, if we want some particular attribute, okay, so I want in these two class, I want to look for this attribute, okay, content description. So I can give square bracket at the rate content description and then description name. See, this is what I have given here. Okay, so I have given first the XPath, okay, like the class name, uh, in which I can give the XPath, and then in the square bracket I have given at the rate content description my text field CD. Okay, if you see here, I have given content description. Okay, but what I have told you before, I have given by accessibility ID. So if you're giving directly, you can use by accessibility ID, but if you're using within the XPath, you can give any attribute here, and we are giving the attribute here content dash description, and we are giving the description here. Okay, so let's try that. It should be able to type in the first one. Okay, see guys, this is important. So, finding a locator is important in Selenium also. Finding a locator in mobile is also very important. So what you can do, just try it out. Right now, I'm just showing you the different way I can type into the text box. Okay. Uh, okay, so it has already typed. Let me just show you again. Okay, so I was saying you that just try it out, just explore it, explore the different XPaths which we have, explore the ID, accessibility ID, and the other things. Okay, because till the time you're not exploring that, you will not be sure that how these XPaths work for you. So it has typed on my mobile somehow, it is not reflecting on Visor, I believe. So let me just go back. Okay, minimize this and then do again. Okay, so just try it out with different XPath, with different ID, accessibility ID, because whenever you're creating an locator, so if you have a practice, that will help you. Okay, see it is again open the keyboard and is trying it. All right, and there is one advantage I can see of appium over selenium. Okay, in selenium what happened that sometime when we find a locator, it after some time it tend to get changed. Sometimes I have seen in advanced JavaScript website, these XPaths get changed and then we have to spend some time in maintaining those. Okay, and I have even seen on the basis of the browser also. For example, something is working on Chrome browser but not working on IE browser. Okay, so this thing, happens on web more as compared to mobile. In mobile, if you find an XPath of any element, I have seen there is hardly any maintenance on that. Okay, yes, because even if in web nobody's changing anything, but on the basis of different browsers also, sometimes scripts doesn't work. But if in case you find the XPath in one mobile, definitely it will be able to find the XPath on different Android phone also. Okay, so there is no major difference is there when APM is there. Okay, in APM locator strategy is almost the same for all the Android phone, not like the browser which has a different locator strategy. Okay, so once you find the appium locator, it is very hard that you have to change it again in future. It always remain the same till the time developer is not changing it. All right, okay, so let me just comment this out also. Okay, so this is done, and now two more interesting one. Yes, this is very interesting, so let's see. All right, so here, all right, see what happened here. So I am doing the same thing. I am finding it with the class. Okay. And how I have given the XPath, I have given, it is very similar of what we were doing in Selenium. So these are also the valid one, and this is also a valid one. Like we do driver.find element by.xpath, and under double quote, we give double slash, and then we give a star. Okay. And then we give the attribute at the rate class. Okay. So I am not giving something like this, XPath. I am giving star here. So it is a relative XPath. I am giving star and I am giving the attribute at the rate class. And here I am giving the class name. So this is very similar what we do in Selenium. And then I am concatenating it with one more XPath, which is end at the rate bound. So let's see what it is. See, this is, if I go here, if you see, this is the class android.widget.button. Okay. Sorry, let me go here. Okay, so this is a class android.widget.editText. So it's the same way we have given double slash star, and then I have given this bracket, and then at the rate class equal to android.widget.editText. So this is a class name like we give in the Selenium also, the attribute and its name. Okay, I've given end to concatenate it, and there is one more like attribute which we can give, which is at the rate bounds. What it is, this is something at the rate bounds, because you see in this edit text and the number one on the seventh one, it has different bounds, right? So this has different bounds. Is this, you can say this is a screen position of this of this element. Okay, so I'm giving this screen position by using at the rate bound. So I have to just give these numbers. So if you see here 053110806775, so this is what I have given here. Okay, so you can concatenate it and then you can try again. Okay, so you would be able to understand this because you were doing this in Selenium also. This is how you give the XPath in Selenium. Okay, so okay, let me run this. All right, so it has open and keyboard and it will try to type again. Okay, see guys, I am just giving you how to do it on text, but as a homework, I want you to click on each and every link which you see here. everything which you see, you need to click on that. Okay. So this I am just, giving you for the text one, but you will be able to do that once you're able to understand all these 10 to 11 XPath and other things. You would be able to, click on others also. Okay. Now let's move our last one. This one. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is interesting one. Okay. So if you go here, ah, where it is. Okay. See on this third one. Okay. My class is android.widget.edit text. So if you see here, it is written android.widget.edit text. Okay. After that, I have given the strategy which says following sibling, and I have given two dots, two semicolon here. Okay. So what it will found that sibling of this. Okay. All right. And after that, I have given android.widget.edit text. Okay. So let me see. All right. So this is android.widget.edit text. All right. And this was okay. See what it will do. So once we give this, once we have reached here android.widget.edit text, it will reach here. Okay. And then it will find its sibling. So it's because this 7 is at the same level of 3. So these are all the siblings. Okay. So it will find following siblings, and in that it will again go and see, that sibling also has this android.widget.edit text as its class name. Okay. So this is the way it has written, and then it will, try to write on that. So it will basically write here, which will start the application. Okay. So if you want, you can just try this also. Run as test ng test. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, I've opened this. All right, let's see. It has opened that up. All right. So let me put 11 here. Okay. So there is one more way through which we can normally, like, we don't use it, but sometime we have to use it. Maybe I have not put it here. Okay. So there is one more way through which we can find the element. If you see here, see till now we have, we are mostly using this one because this is how we use it. We can use XPaths and concatenate it and different thing. But you can also give a relative path of this frame layout and all these things. Okay. So let's see if this is frame layout. It's what is the class name? It's android.widget.frame layout. Okay. And then its linear layout, its class name is this. Okay. So what you can do, you can give the class name of these also. If you go android.widget.linear layout, it will reach here. Okay. And see, like this also. Okay. So what you can do, you can just go to this frame layout like android.widget.frame layout like this. Let me just type it. So you can type driver dot find element. Okay. And here you can give by dot xpath. All right. And now we have to give our XPath. So what you can do, you can just go here, like if we have, like the way we give a relative XPath. So if you click on here, it says that it's Android widget.linear layout. So just copy this, okay? And after that, double slash and put it here. Dot. Sorry. It's okay. We have put it here and then again double slash. And in this linear layout, if I click on this, I just want to go this edit text. So I can directly give this one. So this is also one of the way. All right. So it does not mean you directly have to go to this XPath. You can always, concatenate your XPath from the any of the node in between. Because sometime, we are required to do that. Sometime, we don't get, these, different fields and other things. And it always better that we use a relative XPath like this, which will help us to go to that particular class or particular element. Okay, so I understand this is bit different from Selenium, but not, not 100%. Like if you see that in Selenium also we were using ID, name, class, XPath, but the way we write the XPath is bit different than Selenium. But this is the way we write here in the APM. Okay, and as I said, that maybe on APM, you will face some difficulty in finding the element one time to understand these XPath and all that. But once you get habitual, you will not get any issue. And the second thing, once you find an element in APM, that will work on all your Android phones. So you don't have to worry about that, like in Selenium, if it works in Chrome, it's will work on IE and all those things. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so I think that's it for today's video. And in next video, we will see some more interesting thing for APM. Alright, so if you like the video, please hit on the like button and please subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. Okay, thank you.